Hello, and welcome to another episode of Oro Jackson's Captain's Log. With me today, I have.
Yeah, it's me again. The official stuff, always official. Okay, let's go.
Shut up.
How are
Okay,
you?
I'm good. I'm okay. I'm doing fine. How are you?
I am good. I'm a bit tired, but I'm good.
Tired because your sleep schedule is totally ruined
Yeah,
currently.
yeah, I know.
Like that's my specialty. Don't become me. Don't.
Oh, it's not. It's the fault of other people. I blame everyone else.
Yeah, that's
For
usually you're
example,
right.
I'm so tired now, and after this, I don't even know what to do. I need to decide between more things than just things, and it's not even sleeping. Is not even a thing that I need to decide. But anyway, what have
After
you been
this,
up
we are
to?
going to edit. After this, I'm going to edit the podcast, and we're going to play Guild Wars. That's the plan, right?
You can edit it tomorrow probably, because there's also the plan that someone wants to talk to us, because someone is really hyped that someone knows who it is, and you know who that is.
Oh, yeah, there's someone.
So maybe
Then
we need to do merge the One Piece chat and the Guild was playing together.
indeed, and we and we need to play Team Fortress 2 as well. That brings us to what we were up to last week. And do you want to go first?
Okay, well, it was a hard thing to choose, and the only thing I actually did that Div wrote it down to do it, so I, I had to find something else.
We
And
can talk about
actually,
the same thing, no problem.
okay, then I skip my thing and we just talk about the thing. Because my thing is more interesting.
Yeah, you then speak it.
Yeah, because, well, he wrote down Guild Wars 2 and the Fortress, so that's what we're going to talk about. And, well, in Guild Wars I made a really big item, which I worked on for 1.5 months, so. And mostly I even used stuff that I had for, yeah, okay, for a long time. And they finally joined again. It's always hard to get him into playing games because he's too addicted to just chatting in Oro Jackson stuff.
Yeah,
And
not and
yeah,
K drama. Don't forget
yeah,
that.
that's even worse. So we leveled a bit, and other people joined in, and then we also played Team Fortress, right? Because
Yeah,
we got a server again.
we
You
got
can
our
talk
own
a bit about it
server.
if you want.
Yeah, like we rented out a server for multiplayer for the next 12 months. So it's our server for the next 12 months. And I informed all the other Team Fortress 2 players as well, who joined the Red versus Blue event last time. So that, like, the Red versus Blue is still some time away, but we can play casually. And this weekend I plan to play. Luke is not going to be home, but
Nope.
I'm going to be there on the server, and apart from me, a couple of other members. I know Sad and Courtney are going to be there, and maybe a few more would join us that way. Syed and Ranjit and stuff. So let's see. We can have gaming this weekend as well. But as Luke said, I was playing Guild Wars 2 this past week with him and a couple of other people. I used to play Guild Wars. This is the thing with me for every game. I play a lot and then I stop, and after I stop, it's hard to get me back to playing it. But I was like, okay, let's play Guild Wars, and we started playing again, and it's fun. I'm not yet too much into it as much as Luke is. I'm not crafting. I'm not doing my profession. Currently, I'm just leveling up. I'm not even looting. Like, it's a game where you kill NPCs and loot. And Luke was like, "Why are you not looting, Dev?" And I'm like, "I don't know how to manage my inventory as well as you, so I'm not looting." So yeah,
Yeah.
I'm a big noob in the game, and Luke
My
is
house
teaching
is
me.
a mess and stuff, but my inventory, as soon as I get an item, there's like, I have one friend that's like, always, then I get a whisper if we're playing together, and she's like, are you doing your inventory again? I'm like, no, not at all. I'm like, yeah, of course, always. 'Cause,
And yeah, you were quite like that's the thing I have with OJ things. My my Oro Jackson folders and data of Oro Jackson is totally organized in such a way that even someone who doesn't know anything about Oro Jackson, if they open my PC, they can find out where what is. But I'm really bad
Well,
at organizing other things.
my Oro Jackson folder is as well like that.
Yeah. So it's mostly that we keep things that we like more organized than others. But it's not like I don't like Guild Wars. I like it a lot, but the inventory things is just so confusing. And just recently, I started using something called what is it that the salvage or what?
Salvage kits.
Yeah, salvage kits. I started using that recently on armor that I don't use and things that I don't use. That basically, for those who don't play Guild Wars, it's like a tool that you can get raw materials out of existing things and then deposit that raw material to your bank. So it gets your inventory free. And yeah, I have a long way to go, and we're going to continue playing Guild Wars and TF2 in the coming days. Maybe once when we are playing, we can live stream and send out an alert to everyone.
Yeah.
So you can maybe expect it sometime next week that we live stream Guild Wars 2 when we both are playing. So
Yeah,
that's something to look forward to.
I'm still planning to do the One Piece game. If people are interested in that, then you can finally tag me for something somewhere or post on my profile. If people are interested in seeing me play the One Piece game, then I'm thinking about it, and I probably will do. But if people,
You just go ahead and do it. We'll send an
yeah,
alert
I
out to
know, but if
everyone.
people tell, like, then I have extra motivation to actually go and do it.
Do it, Luke. I'm saying. What more motivation do you need?
Yeah, just the fix, the time, the moment, the feeling. It's like, my sleeping schedule's messed up, and I want to be at least, yeah, I want to do it at a decent time. So that's kind of the problem. And if I start doing it, I'm planning on doing it like regular, like weekly or something.
Ah, I see. Yeah, like fixed days for the streaming. Indeed. Maybe you can also put it no on. I don't know if copyright gets on YouTube, but maybe we can put it on the OJ YouTube as well. Who knows?
I don't think
Um.
it gets copyrighted. Something else, something totally different and not what you're planning. It's not in your schedule, but I totally got distracted. I'm always distracted. And I clicked on something on Facebook, and I'm going to link it to you now. It's about the new movie.
Ah. In fact, we
Yeah.
were supposed to read about that and speak. We planned that
Yeah,
for
we
like.
were not supposed to read, but it's no spoiler. It's only images, so it's just speculation and stuff, so it doesn't matter in my opinion. And where is the I guess you
Ah.
can see that, right?
Yeah, yeah. So there's a new image out for Gold.
Yeah, I think it are the at least most look like antagonists.
Yeah, there's the name of that. The main guy is the one in pink. We'll link the image on the thread discussion on the thread once we make the podcast so that you can reference it. There's there seems to be two female antagonists
Yeah,
and
but I don't know. The one
three
in the
male
left
antagonists.
bottom is maybe not an antagonist. At least the rest, the other ones have like the name and stuff, and they look more angry. The other one just looks friendly, and I don't know.
That's true.
To
Oh
be
well.
honest, while I was scrolling, I was like the dice guy. He looked like what is the name? The Dandan.
Yeah, yeah, indeed. And even Mr. Tanaka, he looks a lot like that Saltet from whatever his name was from Impel Down,
Ah, yeah,
the small one.
indeed.
And the antagonist looks cool. Like
Yeah, he could be cool. He is
it's
fabulous, but he is cool.
yeah, more fabulous than Doflamingo, it seems.
Yeah, maybe. Okay, yeah, that was a quick thingy. I just wanted
Yeah,
to.
we just deviated there, but that's fine.
Yeah,
We'll link the image in the topic while I make the post, so you can reference it while we speak about this. So that was what we did last week, and mainly what we are going to do next week as well. Like seriously, we
yeah.
people think that we may be working too much on OJ, but sometimes, some days we just spend playing games. So boys will
Um,
be boys. And
Girls can also be playing games. He's just being sexist now.
no,
But
I'm
let's
saying
go on to
boys
the
will be
next part.
boys, and
We were planning to talk
I'm not
about
being
character of the
sexist.
year. We just there
It's
is
okay. Move on. No, you can't call me sexist and move on to the next topic. Look now.
what?
I was saying boys will be boys in terms of gaming all day. I know girls game too, but it's
And they can also game all day. So I don't know why
it's
you
not
pointed
not.
out that we are boys.
Uh,
It's unrelated.
now you made it. Now you made the whole thing weird. Okay, let's move on to COTY. Um,
Don't cut this.
I'm not going to cut it.
Okay, see you
We'll.
tomorrow.
So it's in the quarterfinal stage, and it ends on 11th, 10th. Sorry, 10th. It ends on 10th, and the next semifinals goes on 11th. And I just updated the stats before we started the episode recording.
Yeah.
So the disappointment for me is that Cavendish is currently losing by 6 votes in his block, and Ace is leading him. And like, okay, at least it's Ace and not someone like Wapo or someone. But it's still a disappointment. I want Cavendish to move on, and in my opinion, I like Ace, but in my opinion, it's not really
I,
for Ace to go ahead.
I'm a really big Ace fan. Everyone thinks I'm a Sanji fan, but I'm an Ace fan. But I think it's time for Ace to just rest in peace and just stay at the quarterfinals. That's a good place. It's
Yeah,
like halfway to the things, like the middle. We go on to the new world. Time to just remember him. He did well. He was a memorable person. Time to.
and I have to say that the campaigning for Ace has been solid. It's due to the campaigning that he has got so many votes as well. Apart from the fact that he's a fan favorite, but good campaigning by Ace fans. Uh, whole of Team OJ was campaigning for Cavendish and still is. So there's hope. There's still time left for Cavendish to make it through. And I hope people do vote for Cavendish. But yeah, that's one of the things that's happening now. And overall, I'm surprised. Until now, Luffy was leading in votes. Every block, Luffy had the most votes. And currently it's Sanji with 337 votes, totally leading all the vote counts of all the characters.
Yeah,
So
indeed. He
maybe
even.
it's yeah, hints towards something. What did you say? Maybe?
It's the year of Sanji. I
Yeah,
would
it's
have
the year of
predicted it.
Sanji, but don't you mean the year of Sanji means he should win next COTY?
Maybe?
He should be COTY 16, right, not 15. But well,
Okay.
it's the current hype. It's the current hype, and it's taken into account. That's why it is character of the year 15, 16. Because until our new character of the year is announced, Law, who was character of the year 14, 15, currently the character of the year is Law. So until the next character of the year is announced, it's in Law, and then until the next character of the year wins, it's the current character. So even if Sanji wins, it's not a big deal. He's still winning in the right year, but I feel Sanji has my support, but if he gets to the final, he's not going to get my vote. That's my stand on it, at least, because I feel some other characters, maybe Robin or
Kuzan. Oh.
Kuzan isn't even going to make it to the next round.
Yeah, why? Stupid. Ah!
Why do you want Kuzan to make it to the next round?
Because he's the best in the block. In that block.
Yeah. Well, Law is leading that block, followed very
Yeah.
close by Nekomamushi. Smoker totally got ignored
Yeah.
in that block.
Yeah, it should be like Kuzan 1, Smoker 2, Neko 3, La 4. But well.
Neko, well,
Oh,
I am fine with Neko getting the votes and moving on to the next round because Neko deserves it. At least till the semi-final. It's a new character who's made it to the semi-final. This is the first time happening in COTY, and that's wait, no, Corazon made it last year, so it's not the first time, but it's good that it's happening. Like at least representation is there, right?
okay, yeah. Well.
And Block H is a rematch of Dressrosa, Monkey D. Luffy versus the Flamingo, and it seems they both are going to make it through because Whitebeard and I just noticed a mistake I made in that stats. Nami is at the end, while Nami should be above Whitebeard. Oh well, I'll fix it next time. But that's what happens when I do things rushed. But yeah, it seems Doflamingo and Luffy have easily defeated Nami and Whitebeard there.
Yeah, surprise. But it's not my saddest thing. The saddest thing for me is that Brook is so low.
Where
45
is
votes for Brook.
and you didn't vote for Brook, you idiot.
Yeah, I made a mistake. Are you going to push it in every time?
Yes, I'm
Go.
going to push it in every time. Why didn't you vote for Brook? I voted for Brook, and I even said yo ho 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 in the post, and I posted that Bink's sake. But you voted for Robin on that blog, and you didn't
I
vote for
didn't
Brook.
realize. If you
He
could
would be
give me the
46
power that
now.
I could see the views, the votes that were placed, then I would have voted for Brook. But no, we're not allowed to see the votes.
Yeah, you're not allowed to see the votes because then people can change their votes. But
Yeah.
if they don't know the results, they'll vote truly from their heart. That's the reason.
Yeah, and truly for my heart, Robin is. I think I.
Yeah, and then you Brook is 45 now. He would be
Yeah.
46 with your vote. It makes a difference.
Yeah. I know it makes difference, but it's fine. Robin on top is really fine. It looks sad that Brook is so low. I don't know.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
like him.
Like Garp got more votes than Brook. That's surprising.
Yeah.
And
There are
Corazon
other
Wings.
people that hate Brook. I never heard someone hating Brook. I heard every character gets hate, so kinda. I never seen someone hating on Brook.
I've not seen anyone hating on Brook either.
I think there are even more Luffy haters than Brook haters. To
There,
be honest,
I
I
have
think.
not seen anyone hating on Brook until now.
Yeah, that's why. And then, what is there more to say? For the rest, just keep Frankie above Mirak. And I'm not even going to talk about Boxy.
Fujitora and Boa is going.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Fujitora is cool. He should be on the top. I'm 100% for that, even though I said Kaido is cool and I vote Kaido. I think Fujitora deserves it more. I'm good there.
I voted for Kaido as well, just because he was going against a Marine Admiral, and I was like, it's not yet your time to lose, Kaido. So here I have my vote, but it seems he's losing.
Yeah.
See, um,
Yeah, I think that's mostly it, right? Or do you have something more to say?
nope, that's it. It seems Bartholomew and Zoro are going. See, Bartho is going through, but why is Cavendish not going through? That's so. Oh. It would
Well, I
be.
guess Barto is a bit bigger character than Cavendish, to be honest.
Yeah, the first fleet commander of the Straw Hat fleet is not as big as Bartho, sure. It's so disappointing, fans. Come on.
Okay,
Uh,
let's move on to the chapter, cause that's really the hype.
yes, chapter 8,
Um,
18, oh, 8, 18, and well, everyone knows what happened to OJ today. I had to shut down OJ for 5 minutes just to stabilize the server. It had got that bad, and this is a really hype chapter because, yeah, so much info in one chapter.
Yeah, and that's because of the cover, right? Or isn't that why you hyped the chapter?
No, the chapter. It's not because of the cover. The koala. Koala
Ah,
looks really cute in the cover. I must accept.
I like Dragon in the cover. I never seen his face like that. I was like,
He was curious. He looked a bit older as well.
yeah, he looks strange.
Strange. And Sabo is just there smiling like an idiot, just like
I
Luffy smiles.
Yeah, indeed. I have one question here. I know Wayne before said we wouldn't really discuss about the front and stuff that much, but is this real time? These covers? Is this like at the moment
It's
that we
yeah.
are?
It's like the world reacts to looking at the.
So well, because if it's related to Jesus' workers, he entered that island, right?
Yeah, indeed. And Sabo is back at Baltico as well, like as we know. So it's real time. Like this is happening right now in Baltico.
Yeah, so the thing with burgers already ended there, right, or not?
I'm not sure. Burgess may still be waiting or in
Oh,
hiding, sort of,
mm.
because he signaled
I
the other.
thought people were coming for him or something.
Yeah,
I'm not
Blackbeard
sure.
pirates were coming, but it's not been too long
Ah,
yet,
like that.
right?
Okay, yeah, I get it.
It's still in the time span of One Piece. It hasn't been too long since that has happened. Maybe just a few days, and the whole Blackbeard pirates need to get there first. So probably nothing has started yet on that front.
Oh well. Okay, then we'll see in the future, I guess.
But Koala looks cute. You're not going to say anything about Koala? No, only Dragon.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think
You'll.
Dragon looks cute.
What the hell? Okay. Uh,
Yeah,
let's
now
move
you
on.
want to move on. Now you're good to go.
Yeah, we're good to go. So the chapter starts out first with emotional samurais
And ninjas.
and ninjas. Yeah, sure. Yes. How could I forget ninja? Like his face is so much bigger compared to the others, right? Like half of his half of Kinamon's body is just Raizo's face.
Yeah,
They're standing next to each other. That's so
and
weird.
Kinemon is even pretty big.
Yeah. And basically they talk about the devastation that's taken place on Dressrosa and how Raizo is sorry and he kind of says that he'll make up for it and Luffy's just smiling. He doesn't have much to say, but he knows that whatever has transpired here, he just likes the fact that friendship is valued so much in this particular place he is in.
Yeah, and it's really interesting to see the country from above here. I like to see that. I
Yeah,
like that.
we get the full aerial view kind of.
Yeah, so that's interesting.
Yeah, that's interesting. And then Nekomamushi calls them all idiots and tells them to come inside because the red poneglyph has been deciphered by none other than Robin.
Yeah, and what is it? It is a roadmap to Raftel, but not totally. Not
Yeah,
completed. It's
they're
a hit.
this was like I told you right last week that we'll get an answer next week when we were speaking about red poneglyph in the episode 5. I was like, whatever we predict, it can be regarding weapons, it can be regarding this and that, but eventually a next episode, a next chapter, we'll get an answer, and then we get an answer here, which I didn't see many theories related to this. At least I saw theories that red poneglyph may be the weapons, red poneglyph may be this, that, but no one expected that it'll be a map to, once
But
connected,
maybe
it'll
the
be a
weapon
map.
is the map. Oh,
Weapon is the map, okay. The strongest map in One Piece. The Nami will hold it and people will fall ahead and in front of her.
well, we'll get to that later.
But the red poneglyph, there are four in total, and Inurashi explains us that when the four are connected, they point towards an island or hint towards an island, and that island is Raftel.
Yeah. One thing, side note a bit there is like I wanted to say, and overall in this chapter, somehow Inarashi gives me a pretty more powerful feeling somehow. I don't know. I liked it. He
Yeah,
uh,
his
he
panels, yeah.
he got some like them up for me. I don't know. Okay, that's a quick thing I want to say. Let's
No, he
go on
looks
about.
cool. Inurashi looks cool, and he needs some
Yeah,
screen time as well, so that's good. And then we get revealed that first the poneglyphs is a big reveal, the red poneglyphs, and there are
yeah,
four of them.
yes.
And
And
there was one more point before we move on to the next one is where they're explaining how, where Inurashi explains that how each stone is described is on a different point, and once all those locations are known, then it points to a destination which is Raftel, and the sign, the drawing that is made, like four X's in the center, Raftel, that Kairos OJ member pointed out, it looks really
the
similar to
world's
the World
governments,
Government
yeah. I've
logo.
seen it everywhere. I noticed it as well when I saw the thing. And there
So
is,
that's interesting, right?
yeah, that's very interesting. And then one interesting thing, there is just one. theory, at least I don't know if it's still there. I know there was back in the day. It's like that the One Piece gets created if the red line explodes or something,
Yeah,
and so it's the center thingy looks like something going up in the air. So that could be interesting. I don't know.
indeed, indeed. But the world government logo looking so similar to that, it gives you a lot of like, did the Void Century was the Void Century the start and creation of Raftel? It probably was, and so much more to speculate just by that one panel, and that's what One Piece is lovely. Like, just one panel gets you worked up. Apart from all the information that was revealed, just that one panel gives you so much more to think about.
Yeah, indeed. And but there's one thing I didn't get. You can clear me up. There's this thing. If you place them all together, then Inara says the legendary final island, Raftel, which saves for the Pirate King and his crew, uh, none have ever laid eyes on it for hundreds of years. How is that possible? Roger has been there, right?
How
Or
many
is,
years has it been since Roger was executed?
not hundreds of years, because Ace is his son, and it cannot be that he was executed. Means Ace is at least 98 when he got executed, when he got like killed.
No, maybe this was a mistranslation. I'll clear it
Yeah,
up with
that's
Michan. I'll tell her to have a look at the raws and see if actually it's that is the dialogue or not. Because sometimes translators just translate it that way. It can be like a phrase or a term, just like a speech, a figure of speech. Like, none have laid
yeah,
their eyes
like
for
we
a.
say ages ago.
Yeah,
Well, it's just 2 days ago.
yeah,
Yeah, not 2 days,
exactly.
but like it's 3 years ago. And you say, "Oh, I didn't hear of you ages ago." Something like that. Yeah, we didn't speak
Yeah,
for
something
ages.
like figures that can be a figure of speech. But I'll get the raw and I'll tell Michan to look over it, and if she can translate that page, maybe it can clear it out for us, bubble speech especially, because that's a good point. But I am doubting towards it just being a figure of speech. But we'll clear that up. I'll post it on the thread once we have it translated from her.
Okay.
So even if others have spotted this out, because sometimes I won't name who, but someone who will not be named takes a bit liberal translations, and uh, they sometimes scan it to something that means different. But yeah, let's move on now.
Yeah, it's fine. It's just I just thought it's weird, and did I misunderstand it or was it a mistake? But you also agree it's probably a mistake.
Yeah, it's probably a mistake from the translators, or
Yeah,
maybe
it doesn't
just.
matter who's the mistake, but there is a mistake. That's the thing. So not that I misunderstood it. That's the thing.
Yeah, you didn't misunderstand it. That's true. And once Luffy hears of this, he, like, the whole crew is excited actually, because that's their first hint towards Raftel. Their journey towards One Piece begins. Actual
Yeah, and it
journey.
really, I was like, whoa, I didn't expect that. That was so interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and after that we get a big reveal again by Nekomamushi, and that.
Yeah, well, first there is the part where he says, "Oh, you're still planning about the cake thingy and stuff about going to Big Mom to get
Yeah,
Sanji."
he's like, we'll get Sanji back immediately and start our journey. He's like, let's go.
Yeah, and that's something we come back up later, okay?
Yeah, we do. And
But I just wanted to point it out because we get back to it later.
yeah,
Okay, your next reveal.
next reveal was that Nekomamushi says, out of the four, one of the red poneglyphs is missing. One is something they have protected, and the other two is with Yonko Big Mom and Hundred Beast Kaido. And that practically, like, we spoke about this again, yeah, last week, or maybe it was on Skype when we were having a discussion with Slip Tagged, Sad, and the others, that Kaido, does he have any other motivation apart from killing himself? But he has one of the red poneglyphs.
Yeah,
And
but still, there can still be my thing that there is some big-minded guy behind him
no, no, no,
that
no, no.
has.
We'll come back to that point later, because he does something else that proves that he's actually interested in reaching Raftel. We'll come to that
Okay.
as
Okay,
we
and
proceed.
then there's one thing I have to say about something else. There's Big Mom, because she
Yeah,
has the thing right. And in one of the covers, maybe it's just a normal poneglyph, maybe it's just the underwater one, I'm not sure. But Jinbei is moving one of the poneglyphs. And
Yeah,
that's
that's quite the speculation in the fandom currently as well. Is that does Jinbei have possession of one of the red poneglyphs?
yeah,
That's being
but
speculated now.
well, if he moved that, if that's the red thing and he moved it, then it's probably the one that is in possession of Big Mom, right? Because he is a minion of Big Mom, an underling.
Yeah, he is an underling of Big Mom currently, but do you think Big Mom would just let Jinbei transfer it alone? Like,
Well, I
it's a
guess, yeah.
valuable thing.
Well, he just had to get it right, and if he had to get it on a hard place where it's easy for him to get it and get the respect of people. And for him, it's just like I'm not sure if he's that much into all that big world stuff. He's more like I want to protect the fish people, fishmen, yeah, folk,
No, but
the mere folk.
thinking that in terms of safety, like the red poneglyph, if it reaches somebody else, would Big Mom just trust it to one person, or like would they travel with a huge fleet to protect it? That's something to think about.
Yeah, but maybe it would have been gathered somewhere, but we'll see. I don't think after it's protected. I guess, yeah. Or it was just needed to bring somewhere easy, and then they
And
copy it.
I doubt anybody would like go to the bottom of the ocean floor to fight for a red poneglyph also. So
Yeah.
it's pretty safe. And after that, the whole crew, like Luffy's like, yeah, we have to smack down the Yonko anyway, and we'll get all the information.
Yeah.
He just casually says we are going to smack down the Yonko, and the usual reaction by Usopp, Chopper, and Nami, they're all scared.
And then he gets mad. He's like, just sit shut up, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. We're going to smack them anyways. And then Nekomamushi says, "Who in their right mind would steal the poneglyphs from the Yonko?" But when he explains that fish prints, it's a thing that you can. It's like a tracing paper kind of thing,
Yeah,
and
just a
you,
copy paster.
yeah, copy paster, and that's one of the ways people can take down data from the red poneglyph instead of taking the whole big huge stone. And Usopp suggests that we can just infiltrate the Yonko bases or ships and just get the copies. And Luffy is totally not happy with that suggestion. His expression is
Yeah.
he
Yeah,
just has that
but wait,
disgusted look.
but that makes something interesting. It was interesting if it was like everyone needs to have all four. Like there is a war of the four poneglyphs going on, but I think that would drag out too long for the series, and it is main plot related. But if it would be a war, it would be too much subplotty. If they it would be dragged out too much, I guess. But now it's interesting. Like they think they know who has it, but at some point someone can show up, and he's like, I already gathered a lot of them. Yeah, like that. Like maybe
Yeah,
they say Big Mom and Kaido have one in possession, but maybe Shanks is like, why should I take the whole damn thing? I'm too damn lazy for it. And he just copied, and maybe he already has three of them in possession. If he's even interested in the One Piece, probably he is. But yeah,
that's
so
true. That's true.
maybe he's even further, and we don't know that because feels like he's not that much of the I am here, come and fight me, I am the big power, no one can beat me. Kaido and Big Mom feel way more like that. It's like they want to be king of the world, and I feel like Shanks is more like Luffy, is just like having fun and roaming around, and he's interested in stuff in the world, but he's not that. I feel like he's not that much uh, of a guy that's like I
Hmm.
dominate you all, a dictator or something. Yeah,
Yeah.
these
Shanks
they
is
are
more
more
of
like
the
that, and I
free-willed.
don't
Yeah,
think he's more like if he's in a he's like if he can get a drink in a city, he takes it or something, then he's fine with the things. Then he's not going to do anything bad.
his nature is pretty different from the other Yonkos we have seen until now. That's true, and
Or
that's
we get a
actually
big
pretty.
plot twist and he's pure evil.
No, he appears in front of Luffy and he's like, Luffy, I'm your father. And then the whole world has been a lie to us. Well, that was at least one of the theories we read, that Shanks is his real father. Anyways, um, so
Yeah, okay, I just ignored it. Go on.
yeah, we just ignore that. I brought that theory up, which we were making fun of earlier, and it everyone is again like Usopp is what's there. What he's wondering why Luffy wants to fight against the Yonkos. Why does he want to start Armageddon? Uh, does that have any connection to with being a man? And we know how Luffy does things. He wouldn't want the copies. He would actually go to the real poneglyphs with Robin. That's the kind of guy he is, and that's what we are going to see him doing because he always does things his own way, doesn't he?
Yeah, but
What do you think? Like, do you think he's actually going to take the suggestion and do the copies, or he's just going to?
I think they would do yeah, it just depends what Robin wants, I guess, on this part of the deal. I think because it's what Luffy said way at the start in Arlong Park. He's like, I can barely do anything, but mostly I have my crew to do anything, and I think he just have faith in the expert of his crew. And if Robin says it's the best to do it this way to get this, I think he would go with Robin, even if the rest, none of them agrees. He's like, Robin is the expert, Robin knows, and the rest is just getting emotional about it or something. And she
But
would,
Robin is also more of the adventure and fun-seeking girl, and
yeah, but does Luffy give a damn about
no, no,
that?
no, 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 no. I mean, Robin would probably agree with Luffy's suggestion of just going and reading the poneglyph right from its source. The other people make copies because they can't read it, but Robin can read it right there, right? And she has a great memory. She just needs to read it and tell the locations to Nami, and they get these things sorted out. So
Yeah, indeed.
they don't need to steal the whole block as well of poneglyph. They just need to have Robin read it, and that brings us to the point where Nekomamushi says that Robin is in danger, and people are going all the big names from around the world will surely come to snatch away her. And she's like, that panel was really cute, really nice. She smiles and says she's not worried at all because she has reliable, strong friends who will always be there to protect her.
Yeah, and then on the right side you see them fighting. It's like, but before we get to the further stuff, it's really that could evolve with big stuff. Like, see, can we get most wanted over this, right? If it's getting a bigger thing, if like people realize she is the person that reads the poneglyphs, then people place bounties on her head, and she can become even higher wanted than Luffy at some point, maybe. And
Probably,
that
yeah.
brings us to another thing. Are we sure Robin is the only person in the world that can read it, or not?
Currently, we have information to believe that Robin is the only one. Well, in the
And that information is from past time skip, right?
yeah past time skip.
Because everyone learns stuff, but maybe Robin had more a transversive thing. Like, maybe she teaches Dragon as well, I don't know. Could be. I don't know, I just wanted to throw the ball up, like, Dragon could be interested in that to teach it, and they had 2 years, so if I don't know what we don't know what kind
Hmm.
of guy he is, but I was just thinking about it, and
But
she would
that's
like,
true. Like Robin took quite some time to learn those how to feed those poneglyphs. But that's very true. She could have taught somebody in the revolutionaries, maybe Dragon himself, or I don't know if Dragon wants to learn himself, but maybe somebody else, or maybe he just had an agreement with Robin that maybe they have the copies of some of the poneglyphs that they came across, and they just made Robin read it there. Who knows?
yeah, or they use Robin and they know that Robin is for that, and maybe it's like an interesting thing. Like, we mostly get the war. There's a lot of war stuff going on, but if really someone captures Robin at some point, then it's because every fight is going to be pretty big now, I guess. If it's
Yeah,
not the simple, if there's a big fight, and it would be cool if we could get like a view of the what the revolutionary would do in such a
But you
case.
know what? When Silver's Rayleigh, when he said that he can reveal the location of Raftel and the fact that they had learned the true history of the world,
Yeah,
he told Robin back then that he could tell her the history, and she was like, no. She took her decision and said she wants to continue her journey with her friends and arrive at her own
yeah,
conclusion. So even if somebody else gives her poneglyphs, the copies of the poneglyphs to read, I I just said that she could have probably helped the revolutionaries read it, but then I just realized, would she actually help them? Like out of her own free will, I don't think she would, because she would like to go to where those poneglyphs are with straw hats and find it out for herself, right? She's that kind of
yeah.
a
Maybe,
person.
or maybe he had
So
some, or maybe they had some in possession, and she did beat them, and that could be
her
because
this was
there are
very
so
interesting.
many, I
Yeah,
guess. Hmm?
yeah. There's. I'm just saying the whole scenario is really interesting because
Yeah, this chapter opened. This one, like there are some chapters that are actually closing some stuff, but this is only opening. It closes some stuff, but it's like opens more. It gives more information, so it gets a lot of stuff more relevant and interesting.
yeah, that's true. It's and I'm sure that we will see a lot of we will see some connection to Robin and what she did with the revolutionaries. But for now, I think that Dragon also is in some. Dragon would probably be a lot like Luffy, agreeing to people's free will, so he wouldn't force Robin to do something that she probably wouldn't want to do. And uh, apart from that, like when we go ahead further in this chapter, we'll get to that eventually. But Momo's father,
Wait,
uh,
first, I would the thing that how they reacted, that was really funny. I just want to
yeah,
say that. Like, they
yeah,
were also happy. Even Luffy was acting like Chopper always does, and Brook,
yeah.
Usopp, and Nami get really fired up, like, no one will, will take Robin from us again. Like,
Like yeah, all their reactions are so funny and fired up, and even Nami's facial expression totally changes. It's just like if they dare touch consider if they dare touch Robin, then their lives and money.
yeah,
He even adds
and
money.
yeah,
So the reactions was funny, and then Nekomamushi just laughing and
yeah, he's like, they're just
yeah.
celebrities like us, just sacrificing it all for one person.
And then we get to the huge reveal that eventually, like first Inu and sorry, Neko are kind of thinking, or should they tell or no? And then Momo is like, I trust them, so you can reveal the details. And
Yeah,
we get to know that 800 years ago in the distant past, the Kozuki clan, the clan that Momo is from, were the ones skilled enough to construct the indestructible books, which have come to be
yeah.
known as poneglyphs.
And it's interesting to know that they're indestructible. I don't know if that was known already, but
It was already known that can't be destroyed no matter what you
yeah,
try.
that no one really can destroy them. So it's not
Yeah,
like
it
like
cannot be
some
destroyed.
blackbird or something is going to mess around and destroy the ship.
Well, they can try to steal it, they can try to hide it, but it can't be destroyed.
Yeah,
That's
that's
what we
cool.
know. And it was cool to know that these were the people who made it, and they're called stonemasons.
Yeah, and that it's all from one thing. Because before it, I thought it was like those stones were there and people just wrote the history of their land into it. Because that's what most of the poneglyphs are about, like the history of the areas. Like, at least I thought in Skypia and Alabastra and in uh, there, Robert said that it was about history about those countries. What happened in the past there. It's just like a history book.
Yeah, it's a history book that connects like pages. The whole
Yeah,
it's pages of one book. So that is it's from the same source and all created by the same people. So we are learning more about the poneglyphs, and basically this chapter has so much information packed into it, and it's really giving out a lot of details that we've been looking for so many years, and We learn more about the poneglyphs. We learn more about the Void Century, more about Raftel, and then
More about one half.
more about the legendary crew as well.
No, we're not there yet.
No, it connects. The both of the things connect. Like Momo's father was the
Yeah, it's
last
interesting.
one.
I just want to talk. He was boiled. That's pretty well. So in Odin soup, I don't know
Yeah,
if
it's
that's supposed to
wait,
be funny or not.
we'll get to that. We'll get to that. But before that is the fact that Momo's father was also the last one who could read the poneglyphs, or at least have the knowledge.
Ah, yeah, yeah, indeed, yes.
Like they say that the contents of the stones can only be made known by reading them. However, what was passed on was the means to read and write the ancient poneglyphs. And prior to this skill being handed down to Momonosuke, the knowledge ceased to exist during his father Oren Kozaki's generation. Now, see, there is a uh, maybe a mistake here again, or some kind of inconsistency, because back in Skypiea we were told that, or rather Rayleigh told that they didn't have anyone to read poneglyphs, or Roger couldn't read the poneglyphs. That
Yeah, he
was
said
told,
Roger couldn't read it.
and
That's
did they have anybody to read the poneglyphs or not is currently unsure, or whether Oden was actually one of the legendary crew members. But the fact that or is it just that he has the skill of masonry to write? Like if you can write, he could read it as well, right? That's logic. If you write a language, you can read it as well, can't you?
yeah, I guess. But wait, now then maybe not necessarily because maybe there used to be people that just giving. Maybe there was like the thing you could carve into the stone was a skill, and there was a skill where you could uh, read things, but maybe someone just gave like if you draw a picture and they don't necessarily know what it's saying. It's just they copy something someone else wrote on normal paper. Could be like that.
Oh, that's true. That's true. So
Like not everyone knew, but I think they wait. Just talk.
I guess like maybe there's a lot to think about this, because the dialogue makes it can give two interpretations. One is the fact that it's the stone masonry lineage that ended with Lord Odin's death, and one is that the knowledge of how to read ended. But I think it's the knowledge of stone masonry that ended with Lord Odin, and there's nobody else who can
No,
do stone
I
masonry
think
now.
it's at least how they say here. It's like the last thing where I start is what, however, was passed on the means to read and write in the ancient glyphs was. Oh, okay, that was totally not how it's supposed to be.
It was.
However,
He says that, however, what was passed on was the means to read and write the ancient glyphs. However, that too led to misfortune. Okay, well, maybe it's
yeah,
clear enough, because as we move on ahead, like, okay, Momonosuke's father is revealed to be dead, Lord Oden, and he was killed by the shogun of Wano Kuni and Kaido together for the reason that he did not reveal the contents of the poneglyph to Kaido. So I think it's clear that he can read it.
yeah,
There is
he could.
no doubt to that. It's like it was painful for them to reveal that information. Everyone was crying. Luffy said that there's no need to reveal as well. If you guys, like, he shouts out that it's all right if you don't want to talk. No one's forcing you to talk, because everyone was emotional, and
Yeah,
the shogun of Wano and the pirate Kaido killed Lord Odin, and not only because he didn't reveal the information, but also because he tried to save his humble retainers. Like, he protected his retainers, and so that's clear. What we were talking about just now, it's clear that Oden can read the poneglyphs, and He was, apart from Robin, the other person alive who could read the poneglyphs, but now he's dead, leaving Robin the only one that we know.
Let me know, yeah. Because we didn't know this guy till now.
Yeah,
Yeah, but it's interesting that, yeah, that it's like that and Kaido again. Again, Kaido. How much Kaido do we get? It's like,
yeah,
what are you going to decide, people? Big Mama Kaido, they're all such big things now. It's like, it's not the luxury of choosing. And yeah, it is the luxury of choosing changed in the forced luxury of choosing, kinda. Like before, in like 2 arcs ago, they were like, we can just choose whatever we want, and then it was like, oh, we have a plan to take Kaido down, so let's do that. But now it's like, both so much threats that we need to go for. So that's interesting. That's what I meant with the Big Mom thingy. It's like, now it means that the Kaido thing is also a big thing, right, going on, the South thing and stuff. So this even forced more on, are they going for Kaido now, or are they going to save Zhao, or are they going to save Sanji? What are
yeah.
they most
That's true. That's true.
enthused about?
It gives us the Kaido story back again, and again it gets me to the point that Kaido was the one who was attempting to extract information. Kaido was the one who is responsible for Oden's death. That means Kaido is interested in One Piece. Kaido is interested in Raftel. Kaido is interested in more than just dying.
No, no, I don't agree. I'm not sure yet. It's not. He just does it, but it's like,
How can you not be sure when he's doing these things on his own now?
is he doing it on his own? How do you know he's doing it on his own?
Because he was
Ma-
the one responsible for the death of Oden directly, and it says Kaido was attempting to extract information from us. So he was the one involved directly.
Yeah, but Kaido is just like the whole crew represents Kaido, right? So it's not necessarily Kaido direct, and even if it still could be that he is like, it's like he is the the muscle kinda. So we know there's a whole big organization, and
I
maybe
know.
if there is a smart guy behind him, he's like, if you do the stuff I say, there is a chance that you get someone that actually can beat you at some point. Because there is a lot of shit that's going to follow him, and he's getting in a lot of fights because of this, because of all he's doing. He's just messing up the world, maybe just because it gets people angry to kill him. He just hopes that someday someone will stand up to kill him.
I
Maybe.
still kind of cannot get behind that idea that there's somebody behind Kaido, but who knows? You may be right, and that would be something new because we haven't seen a handler of sorts. Like we haven't seen one brain, one strength yet with the captain.
Yeah.
But it could possibly be the situation here, and it would be interesting, something new for Yonko as well. And again, what we were discussing earlier, the fact that was Oden one of the crew members of Roger or not, it's cleared out with Momonosuke's ending speech that along with Pirate King Gold Roger himself, Oden
It's
completed
not.
the journey
It's
to
not
the final island.
Momonosuke.
Sorry, Kanjuro. Sorry, Kinemon. I'm confused
Yeah.
now with all the information. Kinemon says that along with the Pirate King Roger himself, Oden completed the journey to the final island Raftel. Our Lord was privy to the secrets of that world. Now, again,
Of the
Kaido was
world.
attempting to extract information. They don't say which information. Did he want the route to Raftel, or did he want to know what has happened in the White Century?
Yeah, that's a good question as well. But at
They,
least it means that Roger's crew really, yeah, it was already known. But again, it's about the secret. But I'm not sure if Luffy and all knew that it was all also that there's a big secret going on of the world. That it's
well,
mostly the bigger game.
they knew that due to Robin. I think everyone was aware
Yeah.
of that, but like this is new to them that the red poneglyph will lead them to Raftel. That's new to them, but the fact that it contains history, and the locations of the weapons was known to them. And also, what is your thought on Odin being part of Roger's crew? Like, do you think it's an inconsistency, or is it just that back then Silvers really told that Roger couldn't read it, but it was
Yeah,
written.
he just said Roger couldn't read it. That's the only thing he said.
Wait. Yeah, Roger couldn't read it, but on the Sky Island, poneglyph, it was inscribed that Roger was there. And who would
Yeah.
inscribe that? It would be Odin. It makes sense now, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, it does.
I need to go back to the chapter where Rayleigh answered that and see if he took anybody else's name. I know he took the name of the scholar of O'Hara, but he didn't practice. He didn't say they didn't have anyone to read the poneglyphs. He didn't say that Roger was the one who wrote it. He said that Roger had the power to hear all things. He was not as smart, but he didn't deny that they had somebody to read the poneglyphs or write on the poneglyphs. So it makes sense now that Odin, who was a stonemaster or stone, what is the profession called, whatever the profession is called, he was a part of the crew, and he inscribed the words Roger wanted on the poneglyph up on Sky Island.
Yeah. But one. Wait. No, just stop. Oh, sorry. I
No, it's
accidentally.
okay. What's your thought on that though? Like the reveal of another crew member, especially of the Pirate King's crew, and the
Yeah,
fact
I
that
really like that.
he was killed also. Like, my first reaction was like, Kaido has absolutely zero respect for a member of the Roger crew.
Yeah, but does that really matter?
It does matter.
I.
Like, do you think if other Roger pirates come to know, like if Rayleigh comes to know that something like this has happened to one of his old crewmates, he said that he still considers them nakama. He said that he would like to meet up with them. They haven't seen each other since Roger's execution, but like in the future, say 20 years later, when Zoro and Robin or Zoro and Luffy don't know each other, if Zoro is killed by someone, Luffy would still, at that point of time, be really enraged and probably do something silly. At this point of time, I think if Rayleigh comes to know that this has happened, I'm pretty sure that he would be quite angry. Of course, they can't do anything, it's the life of pirates, but I thought that overall in the pirate world, people would have a lot more respect for the legendary crew members.
Well, there are some that do and some that do not, I guess. But maybe he gets angry. Maybe it's like he stops because now he's like just lazy. Yeah, he's still like I'm not interested in doing stuff related to the world anymore. And now he's like maybe going to join Mitch Young's school or something. And he's like, I'll hop on and we'll fight Kaido. Maybe something like that. I don't know. But maybe
It would.
not. Maybe
I
it's like, okay, it was time for him to die anyway. What's wait, how how old? I never get the ages of people. Cause how old would the guy been, the Odin guy? And Momosuke is so young, and like, yeah, isn't that weird?
ah,
That's something totally that popped up in my head there. It's like,
age of Silver's really is not known, but he's old.
yeah, he's
Uh,
really old,
but Odin
and
may have, like, Shanks. Shanks is quite young, like he's in his midlife, like 30s or something,
yeah, but Shanks
and
was just on a
apprentice.
yeah.
But what if you, like, now currently Zoro is like 19 or something, uh, and same with Nami, Robin. Robin is sorry, Nami, Luffy, and stuff. So I'm sure Roger's crew had some younger members as well. Probably Odin may have been, maybe, yeah, Momosuke is so young, but maybe I wouldn't be surprised if Odin was somewhere around his 50s or 50, between 50 to 60.
Maybe, yeah.
A lot more to guess now since it has been revealed that it was Odin, and I'm sure that once we reach Wano and once the Kaido arc starts, we will get more information. And the fact that it's directly connecting to the characters that are existing as of now, that are relevant with the chapters currently. So I get a feeling that we're going to get a lot more information as the chapters go on, and maybe it's explained more, maybe it's left for later. But for now, I'm happy to know more about Roger's crew, and we still have a lot to know about Roger's crew, and I'm sure we're going to slowly learn about them. And it would be great to see a little bit of their involvement, if not directly in battle, but at least, let's say, an emotional victory, like the panel where Luffy defeats Kaido, or Luffy and Law, and whoever defeats Kaido, and we get a scene where the news is spread, and then a tear dropping from Rayleigh's eye because like revenge for one of their crewmates, something like that. I want to see something like that happen because for me, Roger's crew is like really highly respected, and for Kaido to go and kill one of Roger's crew members is like, first of all, that Oden guy must have been really
Maybe you didn't even
strong.
know.
Oh, but he knew that Oden has information though, right?
Yeah, he knew his information, but doesn't necessarily mean that he knew his father. But yeah, probably.
And I'm
Who
pretty sure
knows?
Oden was pretty strong. I'm sure that Oden was not a pushover at least, but he sacrificed himself for his retainers. So that's one thing to remember. He is not weak that he got killed. He was taken. He was forced to like sacrifice himself for the sake of safety of his crew, his retainers.
Ah,
So
yeah.
he's a good guy. He's a good guy, is what I'm saying.
And then we was before talking about Poneglyphs and what's on it. I was thinking about Joy Boy. It's a name that can return now because he wrote one of the Poneglyphs, right? He said that he
Yeah,
was
he
sorry he
did.
couldn't return to Fishman Island. Does it mean that he literally wrote a poneglyph, or does it mean that he gave a letter to someone to translate it in a weird language on a poneglyph? How
I'm
does
not.
it?
I need to read back there to make sure what had happened, but maybe Joy Boy is
Like,
Oden's other name.
hmm?
I
Yeah,
don't
but
know.
no, because yeah, that would, but because the thing in Fishman Island was that the message was written by the man on the surface known as Joy Boy. In the message, he is apologizing to the people of Fishman Island for breaking his part of promise when he involved returning to Fishman Island to carry out Noah's purpose.
Maybe Joy Boy is a different identity. Well, Tact or someone in the team made a joke that Joy Boy is Roger's online username. It's like just a fun thingy, but yeah, I think these things are going to get tied up pretty soon. The fact that we have started learning more about Raftel and the poneglyphs and more about masonry and stuff, it's um,
Yeah.
it's interesting, and we will probably get things to wrap up pretty nicely on it.
Mhm.
So, do you have anything else to talk about on this chapter? Like, there's a shitload we can speculate on.
Actually, I have more, but I don't know if you want to keep. Yeah, I could say. Cause, okay, one really small, quick thing. Last time that was not on the podcast, but like when we were talking with the rest, I was saying like, why should they? There's no reason to fight the Marines again, right? I was saying that I don't see any reason to see
Yeah,
that happening again. But now, if I'm right, the Marines are in the possession of the O'Hara poneglyph, and maybe they have more poneglyphs. So the poneglyphs can be a reason to go and fight with the Marines now. I think.
yeah, that's true. Do you think they have the poneglyphs, or they would have also done the copies? Because maybe protecting the poneglyphs is better for them, right? Because then
Yeah,
nobody else can read it.
if someone would gather it, it would be them, I guess.
Yeah,
They want to hide it from the world, right? So maybe not necessarily Marines,
yeah.
but at least the like maybe the next time we see the Gorosei, we see a more zoomed out thing, and we see like the whole place where they are is full of poneglyphs or something. Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, Yeah, like zoom out and there's like the room is made up of poneglyphs, nothing else. Like we are poneglyph hoarders, aren't we? And the other one is like, yeah, we are.
You make a joke out of it.
No, but I get your point. I get your point. If anyone has a reason to protect the poneglyphs and keep it a secret, it's the world government and the Marines. So it makes sense if they're like capturing the poneglyphs and getting it to where they want it to protect safely.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's something to think about, and probably a plot point which can be used later on to go on more war with the Marines. That's yeah.
Yeah. So,
So
I
that
guess
brings
we
us
have time.
to the end.
Maybe we get. Yeah, I guess it's good time to end.
Yeah, so that's. I hope you enjoyed the discussion for the chapter because we spoke about it more between ourselves. But as you saw, we were confused at points ourselves, and as we went down discussing the chapter more and more, we cleared it up. And I hope that hearing our opinions clears up some doubts for you as well. And let us know how you like the chapter and what are your thoughts on like are we going to see more about these things now? Is Ora going to continue them, or is this just another teaser and we wait for a year or so more before more information, like he always does? Just let us know, and if our like opinion and discussion helped you realize anything, it would mean a lot for us if you shared your views also. So yeah, and let's I think move on to the Q&A.
Yeah, I guess it's good to move on.
And again once again the Q&A we are concentrating. We like I have seen members asking why aren't we answering the questions. We are trying to answer most of the questions which have been posted, but you have to excuse us because we can answer mostly three questions per episode so that we don't extend the episode too much. And during break weeks we will answer more questions, but keep asking your questions, don't give up, and ask one question per post and it would help us more. That's basically it. And the first question for this week is by Narendran, and he asks, "What do you make of Caesar Clown's future?" Luke, do you want to begin answering this, or
He's the
like?
next crewmate.
Oh, you went there. Okay. I didn't expect you to get like start off with that. Okay. Uh,
I don't want to drag it out too much. I don't know. I just hope for that, and I know I should, and I hate all the people always like, next crewmate, but somehow I hope he will be the next one.
Well, we have
I
been
like.
discussing this with Sad on Skype calls, and he's the biggest Caesar fan we know. He has a lot of
I
ideas, and I'm not going to like speak about what he is planning, the theories he's planning and stuff. But a point that he said makes sense to me. That
that
Caesar,
he's a fake fan. Oh,
what? Please,
no,
okay.
joking. Just
That
say what you want to say.
that Caesar, what we have been shown has been portrayed to us in a negative way, but Vegapunk could be as bad as he is, just that he has the backing of the government.
Okay, it's enough. Just
Yes, that's the only thing I'm going to say. Sad, sorry. Go make your theory soon, man. I can't wait to read it, and I'm sure others won't. Others can't wait to read it either. But the fact that Caesar is not a really bad guy, and he is redeeming himself with the contact he has with SHP currently, and yeah, I expect lots of good things from Caesar in future, and I'm not sure if I have the same opinion as Luke, and I want to say it out loud because then
just,
expectations. But yeah,
just
he would be a good crew member. That's something I agree with.
it would be interesting.
Would he add a lot? Would he have new dreams? That's all to be answered now, and we
He
can
would
learn
add a
more
lot.
about Caesar. But yeah, I know he would add a lot, but we just need more clearer picture from his side, and I'm sure people would agree that as well. And it's the opinion of a huge part of the fan base. Like I post on Facebook something regarding Caesar, and people are like Caesar for next Nakama. So it's not just us who feel this way. It's like a huge portion of the fan base, and it's really good to see that. And yeah, that's my answer for that question, I guess.
Yeah, let's move on.
You want to read out the next question?
Have you ever met each other in real life since you live in different places by Oro Sanji? No, we haven't. Simple.
Yeah, the answer currently is no. We do plan to meet, but currently the answer is no. And when we do meet, everyone is going to know. That much I can say.
Yeah,
And
Div is always getting big pictures. Oh.
oh, come
Then
on,
he
you
cannot
don't
send
whine
me
about that.
pictures anymore, so then he's going to bother other people.
Shut up. And we move on to the third question now.
You can
It's
read it.
Yeah, it's a long one. Of course, you won't want me to read it. It's by Ophel D. Jawan. I'm sure I messed up your name, but have you considered making it a live podcast on YouTube? It would help the channel grow in subscribers, and you can add more content by answering questions live, radio style. I would say we have considered it to make a live podcast. The only thing we
it
are
it's just a
unsure about.
plan.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
just getting Div in the more in the mindset to it, and it's just like I would have forced it maybe more, but like the podcast is recorded at a weird time, and last week was a weird time, and before that we started to think more serious about it. Was already a plan since the start to do it, but we just wanted to see how it would land around, and we hope it gets more attention than not that we get more attention, but we hope that people could live watch actually, and that's also a thing we have to figure out. And then we also try to make it more look better. It's not, yeah, it gets more to it, I
the
guess.
yeah, we are planning it now. We are considering it now, and the thing is that we want to maintain. Currently, we record it when we both are free in the middle of the night, uh, in the afternoon, just after we come back from what when we are free. Basically, it's just that we don't have a fixed timing for our recording. But when we make it live, we need to have a fixed timing so that subscribers or those who are interested can tune in to those hours. And of course, we'll have a recorded version ready on YouTube after we have streamed it live. But we have to think a lot of things, and basically, if we do it live, we have to stick to one timings, which currently we are not able to. And we are also planning that if we make it live, we will go ahead with a video format where a video log more like so apart from voice it'll also be a video if we do it live. So let's see, maybe in the future, but for now we'll continue the format which is working out for us. uh, that is this audio format.
Yeah.
So that brings us to a wrap, and hope you enjoyed the episode. That's it from me this week.
Yo yo, that's the rap.
Yeah, it's the
Yeah.
wrap.
Bye
Go
bye.
enjoy a chicken wrap now. Bye bye and stay awesome.